Hello and welcome to Epic Blocks. Last time we built ourselves a gold farm, rather large nether portal there, and today we're going to go ahead and add on to it and make this farm much bigger. So last time we did have some leftover blocks. We're not going to need our buckets anymore. We had some cobblestone left over and a stack and a half of dirt. We're going to hold on to about half a stack of dirt. That'll probably come in handy if we need temporary blocks anywhere. And of course we still have our pickaxe, and we have flint and steel, and had a couple of torches left over. And as we continue to build, there's probably going to be even more leftover torches. And I have a feeling I might have miscounted a little bit on these solid blocks, but we do have the correct amount of obsidian, and probably a few extra cobblestone as we go through the next several phases. Again, this chest and this chest are one in front of the other because they have the same materials. This installment of the farm is a little smaller, and then we have a whole second tier. We'll look at that in a moment. But let me go ahead and grab these materials, and let's go ahead and build onto our farm. Alright, we've got the full collection system built already, and one wall. So let's go ahead and add in another wall. And I do have one cobblestone left over, more than I thought I would need for this section, but we've filled in our floor. So it's getting a little temperamental here, but let's go ahead and add in some torches. And let's go ahead and split these blocks into tiles of 21. So 3 stacks of 21, and we're going to go ahead and fill in this floor for the nether portal over here. And of course that stack of 21 is going to cover this exactly. Now let's go ahead and put a temporary block in the corner, just like we did over there. And let's go ahead and go up. There we go, and a temporary block there. Go ahead and put the torch up here. And now let's put our obsidian in a line across the top. So, and I'm going to go ahead and put one more torch roughly in the middle here. Should be close enough. We're going to go back to a little bit of water here on the edge, so we have a safe way down. Yep. All right, and let's go ahead and light this portal up. All right, and right now we've already just doubled the productivity of this gold farm. We would of course want to stand roughly 24-25 blocks away to make sure that all of the potential spawning blocks are the correct distance away for zombified pigmen to spawn. But we should be getting about twice as many zombified pigmen spawning now as we had before. But we're just really getting started here. So this chest was for the first wall. That was the second. And yep, that one's empty. Let's go ahead, grab some materials for the third wall. And I'm just going to leave one block there because we had one extra. And let's grab the torches as well. I don't think we're going to need that many. We're probably going to have quite a few leftover torches. But that's alright. And I'm actually going to fill these in while I'm down here. One moment. So I'm up here again, and I feel like I'm one short. This should be coming to the same spot. Let's jump up here and double check this way. Separate this into stacks of 21 again. Go, 3 stacks of 21. Let's just put this here. Yeah, and we got 2 obsidian left over, so we do need this bit to extend 21 blocks. So this 19, 20, and this will make it 21. Let's go ahead and use some more solid blocks to fill this in. I'm not sure why this is not looking symmetrical to this side over here. The key thing is, of course, that we need our nether portals to all be 21 blocks. So maybe I have this slightly off center, but that's alright. We do have 7 extra cobblestone now, plus the one from before. But We do have our nether portal set up. Let's go ahead and continue working on it. So we'll put our temporary block in the corner, and we'll grab a stack of 21 obsidian and work our way up. And of course, one temporary block on top. We'll add a torch and put our obsidian across the top. Alright, and one more torch in the middle, roughly. And we're going to go all the way around the top of this, back to our bit of water so we can jump down safely. And as we fall down, I'm going to press myself against the wall, make sure I don't land over here on the hard, solid ground. And let's go ahead and head back to our chests and grab some more materials for our fourth wall. And back to our staircase. Oh, we forgot to light that one. Also, I've got a few torches I can place on that bit of floor we just built. There we go. And now, with this... Hi, buddy. Really glad these guys are neutral and they won't attack us unless we attack them first. Of course, if we do attack one, any others that happen to see us would also attack. Alright, and as we finish this up, those dirt blocks that have been acting as stairs are now going to be useless. But let's go ahead and fill in our line of obsidian here. And you'll notice I still have the 7 leftover cobblestone, so made up for the 1 extra from one of the earlier sides, but we still have a few extras here. And let's add in a couple more torches. This is way more torches than we need to light this platform. You may have noticed my sun is not moving. I have the time progression turned off. But if the sun was to set, there definitely would not be any hostile mobs spawning on this platform. Just the zombified pigmen spawning in the portals themselves. And we do need to go ahead and go back up to the top. So that's what we have our temporary blocks for. Alright, and of course we'll want obsidian here, but we're going to hold off on that because we're going to want to go back down. Let's fill this in with obsidian across the top. There we go. And I'm going to put another torch over here in the middle. And then we need to work our way back down. And let's replace that hole there with the last obsidian. And we won't be able to light this portal until we clear out all of this dirt. And we definitely want to make sure we're not on the inside when we light the portal, because then to go out we would either have to cross through the nether portal, and we don't want to go to the nether, or dig a hole in the floor. But we can come over here, break those down, they're not serving any purpose. And let's go ahead and put the ladder over here. And now that we're on the outside, we can go ahead and light this up. And so we've got 4 walls, and all the zombified pigmen are going to go into the middle and fall into our collection area. Let's just take a look and see where we're at. A couple more falling down right about now. Alright. Doesn't look like that last one gave us anything. Sometimes that's the case. But we're up to nearly half a stack of gold nuggets. Don't care too much about the rotten flesh. But you might think this is the farm complete, and you could leave it here, of course. But we can go ahead and make it even bigger. We're going to add a second floor. And for that, we're going to look at these chests. So for the first wall on the second floor, we're going to need these materials, 63 obsidian, 49 cobblestone, so we have 7 left over. I think we're still going to have that all left over. We are going to want another turtle egg, a couple of trapdoors, and so I think it's only 21, 22 ladders. Maybe I'll fix the part from the last video where I was a couple short. And I've got a few more torches here. Alright. And let's just take a quick look. So for the second wall on the second floor, we'll need these materials. The third wall is identical to the second. And for the fourth and final wall, that's all we're going to need. Now for the first video, I did do all the trapdoors at once. This time I have them split up. It doesn't really matter. It just depends on how you want to do it. If you're not planning on building the full farm, then of course you don't need the extras. But since we've got these dirt blocks here, let's go ahead and start working on a ladder up. And I don't bother to put one on the bottom, just jump up. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of these torches, because we're going to build right up on top here. Is there... No, that's not where my water is. Where's my water? Water's over in that corner. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and grab this last torch as well. And I do recommend starting in the corner where the water is. And instead of going towards the corner with the ladder, we're going to go the opposite direction. And we're just going to fill in a bit of flooring first. And I like to make it 2 wide. You should be able to get away with just 1 wide if you wanted to save blocks. Technically, I don't think we need any flooring here, but I do recommend it. Just to make sure our zombified pigmen don't start pushing each other around, potentially pushing one off the back end where we will not collect any of their drops. Alright, so that's that bit of flooring done. And kind of this a little better. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This should be our middle. And we're going to go ahead and place a trapdoor right here. And then a temporary block. Make sure you are crouched for that. You don't want to open the trapdoor while you're standing there. And so we need to get to the middle, which is 11 blocks in. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And because I've got a few leftover cobblestone, I'm going to go ahead and fill this in just a little bit. And purely for aesthetic reasons, I like to put my turtle egg on a plinth, as it were, just slightly higher than the rest. Let's cross back over this way. And we're going to go ahead and break this temporary block, and it's going to fall down in the middle, that's alright. And place our trapdoor here, and of course open those up. Alright, now let's go ahead and split our obsidian into 3 piles. There we go, 3 stacks of 21. And I think we said our water was over in this corner, right? Yeah, so we're going to start here, going up. Again, we only have 3 piles of 21 because we got that floor done already. And just put a temporary block in the corner. Do another row of obsidian here. Alright, I'm not going to put the corner block in. We'll come up from the bottom. Let's put a torch here on top, roughly in the middle, and one over here on the temporary block. And let's make sure we fall down carefully. Again, I'll press myself against the wall on the way down so I don't miss our little water. And let's go up and place this last line of obsidian going up. So here we go. And we will go ahead and place a corner block. It's not really needed here at the top, but it makes it easier for us as we walk around the top, I suppose. And I don't have a way back down to the floor of the 2nd level. We're just going to fall all the way back down to the bottom again. And I'm going to go ahead and grab some more building materials. So we've done that one. Let's go ahead and grab these. And again, should be done with the ladders, unless I decide to fix the route down to the chest. And we have 3 cobblestone left over, and we've got 10 torches. I forgot to place a few up on the top there, or rather on the 2nd floor. But let's go ahead and go back up here now. And I'll go ahead and start by placing some floor again. And we're going to work over this way. We don't want to block the section where our ladder is, so if we start building up right there, that's going to get a little awkward. Always fun to watch those zombified pigmen. Alright, and let's go ahead and place a few torches around here while I'm thinking about it. And we're going to want to go ahead and let's light this up. Might as well have that working. And this is really nice because the zombified pigmen, even if they spawn in this corner, They're going to think they can get to that egg by walking across the open trapdoors, and they will, of course, fall down to the lower level. But that one is a 21, or I guess 22 block drop, considering the from the roof of the first level, and they will survive. So they take a bit of damage, and they're going to reorient on that egg in a moment. So that one bouncing around. There he goes. And of course he's going to fall down again into the water, and he will definitely die when he reaches the bottom of that next pit and our chest. We are going to need path here. And reach that next block over there. No, it's a little too far away. Alright, I'm going to risk this real quick. No zombified pigmen coming right now. Sorry, don't break that egg. Let's fill this in a little bit. Alright. I kind of want to do the same thing over there since I've got a couple of extra blocks, but I'll get to that when we get there. Jump over and place the trapdoor there. So any zombified pigmen that's not in this portal, once we build it, they are of course going to think that they can get to the egg this way, and they'll fall down just like the ones over there. And now that we've only got 42 obsidian, we can easily split that in two. I did want to place one more torch here, and let's work our way up. There we go, and a temporary block with a torch on top, and place our other line of obsidian going that way. And let's place another torch back here, roughly in the middle, and back to our water where we can fall safely. Always like to double check, make sure I haven't gotten something mixed up. Jump off the wrong end, and that's going to hurt. And don't feel like dying on screen for you guys, so I'll just be careful. Anyway, so I'll have to go back up there and light it, but that's 2 walls done, and that leaves the 3rd wall with the same materials that the 2nd wall needed. And I'm going to go ahead and grab the 4th wall. I recommend doing both of these 2 at once. And let's go ahead and split our obsidian. So there's 1 stack of 21. Why am I missing one? Did I must have miscounted somewhere. Was that 42? It should have been 42 to split into 21. Anyway, we'll need 3 walls for the or 3 lines of obsidian to build the 3rd wall, 3rd portal, and then only 2 for the 4th one. Let me go ahead and jump into creative mode real quick, because we are going to need 1 more obsidian. Put it here real quick, and back into survival. Alright, and let's move 1 over there. Now we've got 4 stacks of 21. Oh, sorry, I miscounted. I was saying 3 and 2. What we need is 2 for the 3rd wall, so 1 from this corner to the top, and from the top back to there. And then for the 4th wall, we're only going to need 1. But as you might be able to see, once we go up from this ladder, we're going to want to finish off both of those corners before we come back down. So let's go ahead and do that now. And before doing the obsidian, I'm going to go ahead and put some more flooring in. Alright, that's that bit of flooring done, and let me make sure I find the middle. Be there. Perfect, lining up with that. Let's go ahead and place a trap door. And I'm going to go ahead and just place a temporary block. We'll lose that, most likely, when we break it. And that should be close enough to build our path here. Yep, down it goes. No worries, we should be alright. Open those. Put in a bit of flooring over here. And a torch here in this corner. Kind of fun watching them fall down. And we'll need one more torch in the middle. There, perfect. And a trapdoor. Oh, and a temporary block. We have to do the temporary block because if we place a trapdoor on the trapdoor, they'll open in the same direction as opposed to opposite directions, creating a double space. Oh, so that should be our cobblestone done. I'm going to go ahead and place a torch in the center. That should light all of these up. Now let's go ahead and break that dirt. Once again, we lost it, but that's all right. So, oh, I hate it when I do that. Did that in the last video too. But it won't be a problem here. Even aesthetically, it's going to look the same. So the zombified pigman think he's going to be able to walk across this one, and then jump down to this one and back up. So that's okay. More concerning would be if it was opening up here in mid-air as opposed to against the block. And then you could, zombified pigman might potentially be able to jump over. They do some interesting jumping. I did some testing for the lower level more. But we're all set like this. Let me go ahead and light this portal while we're here. Could have done that earlier. And for our final corner, let's go ahead and I did an entirely different miscounting somewhere. I have a whole extra line of obsidian. My apologies, not sure where I messed that up. I'll probably add comments at the bottom of the screen when I do my editing. But let's go ahead and place a line of obsidian going up. There we go, 21. Add our temporary block. Let's go ahead and add a torch while we're here. And a line of 21 going this way. There we go. And we'll put a torch in the middle. Just do. And the last line of obsidian that we need, of course, goes here. There we go, and we'll put one more torch over in the middle. And let's go back to our water. Should be that one over there. Or is it over there? I think it's the next corner, but let's look here. Next one. And one last time, we're going to jump down carefully. Oops. I don't know if you noticed there, but when I left, I kind of pulled away from the edge a bit. I'm glad I moved myself back in. Grab a few temporary blocks here. We might need those to light these last two portals. There we go. Now let's go ahead and light this one. And once again, we want to make sure we're on the outside. Light that one. And let's line ourselves up with this ladder. And I'm going to break this block. We don't need it sitting there anymore. And that is our farm completely done. Got 5 torches left over. As well as 4 cobblestone, so not too many extras there. Let's go and take care of these ladders. Can't leave the torch there for placing the ladder. Kind of dark in the corner here, so I'm going to go ahead and place one torch right there. Bye, buddy. Give me gold. Let's go take a look at where we're at. Right now, it's just the drops we've had while we've been building this farm. Torch there. And, okay, so a little over a stack of rotten flesh and coming real close to 1 stack of gold nuggets. But we could sit here and watch some fight pigmen fall. So we got some rotten flesh. They don't always give us gold nuggets, but more often than not, they usually do. But I'm going to go ahead and go into creative mode one more time. So let me go back up much quicker. And give you guys more of a bird's eye view watching this farm. Always make sure that everywhere can spawn. And let's just sit and watch and see how many zombified pigmen spawn. Anyway, I'll go ahead and leave it just like this and just let you guys watch. But once again, thank you for watching Epic Blocks.